honor our dad, and the personal messages we've seen on Facebook, on text, on email, it's done a lot to comfort us as we're coping with losing him so suddenly. John Howard Magee, Johnny, Max, Coach Magee, Dad, Uncle John, Big John, Papa John, brother, friend, mentor. John was born on May 23rd, 1950 to Charlie and Madge. 2 years later, Bonnie was born, and their Pennsylvania Avenue family was complete. Now he had a sister to pick on for years to come. John grew up walking to school mostly and riding his bike all summer, playing Army with the neighbors. He would take multiple trips to Western Maryland College to watch the Baltimore Colts practice. Around age 4, John rode his tricycle down the cellar steps, knocking out all of his front teeth. He was toothless for several years until his permanent teeth came in. I'm sure you've seen some of the pictures. Having parents that were both only children, John didn't have any first cousins, but there was no shortage of important people in his life. Family dinners together occurred almost every night, and he spent his childhood years with extended relatives on both the Brown and Magee sides, including New Year's and crab parties with the Stewarts and Rowells. Lifelong friendships were made at the Forest and Stream Club, where John would put on plays with the other kids, but also take the canoe out for long solo rides down the Monocacy.
John was a smart and fun classmate, but didn't always impress his teachers. We've been finding some report cards, and as an educator himself is ironic, but one report card grade in 1965, I believe he was in 9th grade, had a low B with this comment: John ended this semester as a very poor student, both in his work and his attitude. Another one we found was, I recommend that John repeat French 1, either in summer school or grade 10 before continuing with French 2, which we're sure he did not do that. It's also ironic because he liked to flirt with Pat in French. But he was fairly proficient at avoiding trouble, so that didn't stop John from being elected class president. John loved high school, football, golf, track, singing and playing bass with his band, A Light in the Dark. He said that he would be on iTunes right now if that were a thing, and he had more money than he knew what to do with during that time. Probably having too much fun with friends, chorus with Herb Cell, his Lotus. He was the big man on campus, and it's been said that girls would park in front of his house just hoping to catch his eye. Max didn't want to read this part, but I'll go ahead and do it. As a lifeguard at the Westminster Riding Club, he was tan, and he was the talk of the town. Recently described as movie star tanned and toned, glistening in oil. Girls of all ages harbored huge crushes on him, and he just ate it up. If you were a girl, you had a crush on him, and if you were a guy, you wanted to be him, and that's something we don't think we're exaggerating on.
John took his success to Massachusetts in order to pursue a degree in education. At Springfield College, he played football, earned the nickname Max, had adventures with teammates, and even played a year of local league rugby. But most importantly, he met and won the heart of Patricia Joan DeGraff. The day after their college graduation, they were married, and I think we can all agree that was the best decision of his life. Then the newlyweds moved to Maryland, and it wasn't easy at first, especially when Hurricane Agnes kicked them out of the cabin at the Forest and Stream Club, and then Pat was deported. But life eventually settled down, living in Mount Airy, then both getting teaching jobs. He was on his way to meeting all his life goals, teaching and coaching at South Carroll High School. In 1978, his first child was born, Megan J. Life was busy, but moving on to more life goals. John, with the help of many friends and family, built his dream house, his log home in the woods. His family grew more in 1982 when Lauren Kay was born. By that time, he had moved to his final teaching and coaching home at Liberty High School. Then in 1984, a son was born. Charles Frederick Max Magee, that's just the important part. He finally got his boy. I didn't write that. The Magee family party of 5.
So the years passed with John balancing the roles of son, brother, husband, father, friend, teacher, and coach. He would watch birds from the back window and from the feeder and watch deer gently walk around the property.
He planted and harvested a hardy garden for many years to enjoy fresh summer meals of corn and beans on the plate next to the steaks or the burgers that he grilled.